Welcome back to Pushing the Pile. We are joined now by Mackey Award winner, Penn State tight end, Tyler Warren. Tyler, how are you doing, man?
I'm good. There's a lot going on down here in New Orleans, but I'm excited to be here. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, we got two tight ends, obviously, that a lot of people know in this game. Travis Kelce, Dallas Goedert. We kind of debated earlier, a couple segments ago, which we'd rather have. I said I'd rather have Goedert in Week 8, Kelce in the Super Bowl. Which one, when you're watching their tape, which one do you maybe see more of yourself in, and who do you think's the better one at this point in time?
I mean, it's hard to go against Kelce with what he's done, but they're both really good tight ends. Goddard has done a lot of good stuff this year, so it's definitely a great matchup. It'd be fun to watch them go at it.
Which tight end in the NFL do you watch most to pick up tips, learn how to play the position, things of that nature? Which one do you watch the most?
Yeah, I think Kittle's a really good one to watch, just from the point that he's a great receiver, obviously, but he does some really good stuff in the run game too. And playing tight end, being able to do a lot of different stuff, is kind of what I really like about playing it. So I think he's a great guy to look at. And over the summer, I started watching some Jeremy Shockey stuff. That came along.
We were just talking about.
Yeah, and so I thought he was kind of the way he played and the attitude he played with, I thought was a good thing to look at.
He was way before his time. Like he was ahead of his time. The guy was so unbelievable. He was an electric factory. Mm-hmm. Every time he caught the football. Tight ends are like, the prom kings now. You know what I mean? You guys get to block. You get to catch the passes. You date superstars. You're big and handsome. What is your favorite part about tight end? Was there ever a time where you wanted to play a different position? I look at you, I could see a guy that rushed the passer. I could see you being a 3 technique. I could see you being a number of things.
Be a quarterback, dude. You threw a touchdown this year.
Was there ever another position that you said, I think I could probably go to the league and play that?
I was recruited as a quarterback most of my high school career, but no, I think tight end's probably the spot for me, and I think I definitely quarterback wasn't my path, so I think playing tight end was the right choice for me.
So this past year at Penn State, you said you watched some tape of Jeremy Shockey last year, and it showed. And when you were in the open field this year, you were a different animal. Didn't have 500 yards as a junior this year, over 1,200 yards, over 100 catches. When did you know that this was going to be a different season for you?
Really going through the season, I wasn't really thinking about it, to be honest with you, kind of the way our offense was, and we had talked about trying to make it more explosive and do stuff like that. So I was really focused week to week, whatever I could do, whether it was catching 10 passes or blocking for 70 snaps in a game, is kind of the way I attacked it and the way our tight end room attacked it. And it worked out well, but yeah, it was fun.
You get the ball in the open field, you catch it. What's the first thought going through your mind?
When you got the ball's a program, so obviously protect it. But when you get the ball, you're expected to make a play, make a guy miss, and really score any chance you get. So make the first guy miss, I think, is a big thing for tight ends especially.
Have you heard George Kittle's philosophy on you attack them, you don't go out of bounds? Is that something you ascribe to?
Yeah, I think definitely that's kind of what was harped on by the coaches, is you're not running out of bounds, right? You're getting an extra 2 yards maybe if it's that. But yeah, I think that's a good way to play a game. It also sends a message kind of how you're going to play the rest of the game and not stepping out of bounds.
So not many guys get the luxury of playing at a huge time program like you did in college in front of all those fans. I mean, what a fantastic way to go play college football. What has been the most impressive thing? Have you ever been to an NFL game? What's the most impressive NFL game you've ever been to? And are you looking forward to the difference in crowd in the NFL versus college?
Yeah, I haven't actually been in person to an NFL game really since I was probably 10 years old. So, I'm excited about it. I think, playing in Happy Valley is one of the best places to play football, and there's a lot of great, environments in the NFL. So I'm excited to kind of get to be introduced to those and kind of see what they're like.
Yeah. You weren't the only Penn State guy that took a big jump forward this year. Drew Aller, your quarterback, massive breakout junior campaign. What's his ceiling like, and what's it like working with that guy this past year?
Yeah, I think, from just what he has naturally, he's got everything you need to be a great quarterback, especially in the NFL. And then you talk about a great competitor and the way he drives guys around him. And I think when you watch him play, he's a kind of a quiet guy, and then in a game he gets up and starts talking to the guy that just tackled him. I think that energy as a quarterback is somebody that offense wants to play around. So it was awesome to see him kind of grow this year, and I'm excited to see what he does this next year.
So Penn State in the semifinals this year. A lot of people have them as a top-ranked team heading into next season. The arrow obviously pointing up. Why should they come to Penn State and not Michigan or Ohio State, the past two national champions?
Yeah, I think Penn State is, when you look at everything included in football is not really a better place to be. You get a great degree, great football, great atmosphere, great town. I mean, obviously, I might be a little biased, but I think it's, the best program in college football, and it's helped me do so much more things in life besides just football. So it's really been awesome, and I think it's a great place for anybody to go play football there.
Do you think the tight end is asked the most from a Cerebral standpoint in terms of you have to know the entire blocking scheme, you have to know all the route concepts, you have to know the adjustments? Do you think it's probably the hardest position outside of quarterback?
Yeah, I think definitely on the offensive side, just kind of like you said, knowing all the stuff, and it's not like you just run routes or just block. You got to be able to do both, and there's a lot of shifts and motions that go through the tight end.
You're talking to skinny guys and fat guys.
Yeah,
we're going to 52, or you and me have the nickel. There's a lot of conversations there.
Yeah, so I think it is, right? I think that's why a lot of times you see quarterbacks that make the transition to tight end, and they do well because, there is a lot of thinking about it, but it's really fun to play, and I'm glad I made that switch.
Yeah, how much has that helped you? You have other tight ends on the roster, obviously, but you uniquely were good at being on the same page with Drew Aller all year long. It just seemed like you guys knew and had the sixth sense of where to be, how to adjust the route to hit that middle of the zone. How much did your background as a quarterback help in that?
Yeah, I think it definitely helped me, especially just kind of understanding offenses and knowing why certain guys are doing certain things, not just knowing your route on the play. I think is really important. But yeah, with Drew, it's easy to look good when he's your quarterback, right? He's a great quarterback and made a lot of great throws. So I was just in the right spot, and he was the one making the tough plays. So that was fun playing with him.
All right, we're gonna do a little rapid fire here for you. A few questions. Just give us your quick thoughts. If you were commissioner for a day, is there a rule that you would add or subtract or change?
I think maybe I'll go back to normal kickoffs just because, It is cool to watch that, opening the game with a kickoff like that. That is exciting.
The running start.
But
it just gets you hyped as opposed to just the guys standing oh.
Yeah, so I'll probably go with that.
All right, do you have any pregame rituals?
No, I don't really listen to music. I try and enjoy kind of the surroundings around it. It's not often you get to, walk through the walk and high five all the fans. So I try to enjoy that, and then right before the game, I'll, put my headphones on and get locked in for like 5 minutes right before I go out. But I try to really enjoy, the whole process of it.
Now, would you rather throw a crushing block or catch a first down?
I definitely probably rather block. I think, playing football and serving the guy next to you is kind of what's fun about it. And, when I saw Nick and Katron make a big run and I had a part in that, I took a lot of pride in that. So that's probably my favorite part.
There's nothing like they get the explosive, they hit a home run, and you and your buddies are high-fiving on the way down to the end zone, and they look up at the Jumbotron, and it's you out front making a big block. You and your buddy double-teaming somebody into the next county. There's nothing like that.
Don't get much better than that.
I got a question for you, because I always ask blockers this. Do you think you excel more on the front side of plays in blocking, or are you a backside guy, cutoff guy? Which one do you enjoy more?
We did run a lot of outside zone this year, and we were primarily on the front side of that. So I think, getting the engine moving and trying to create distortion is a fun part of it. But really it's all fun and it's all a tough job. So I think, those are two important blocks, whether you're cutting off the C gap or you're trying to get the engine running on the front side of it. So it's hard to pick really. But
you create the home run on the backside, getting the big cutoff at the second level. But you don't put a dent in it on the front side, then we're going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
And you said you like George Kittle. There ain't many guys that do it like George Kittle on the front side. So I love that about your answer.
Yeah.
What was your favorite play from this past season?
I think it probably was when we were playing Illinois and Katron. He had a kind of touchdown late fourth quarter that kind of sealed the game for us, and just the energy. I think it was a clip where like 3 or 4 guys kicked the door in with him. So you're not really allowed to celebrate as a team, but they kind of got away with it. But I think that was kind of just awesome. It was a sort of a whiteout. It was a whiteout energy game they talked about, but that was a lot of fun.
What was your very first sports memory that really sticks with you?
Well, my first football memory was flag football my first time, and I remember after the game, I thought about how fun it was, but really we were getting beat pretty bad. I just remember chasing everybody and trying to pull their flag, and I thought it was so much fun. But we were getting our butts kicked. But that's kind of my first memory of football, and I remember that's kind of when I decided that might be what I want to do.
Happy Valley. Why are they so happy?
I don't know. It's just a
Was
great.
there was a no.
I actually don't know the story behind it.
Right? It was something.
Yeah, I think it is.
No,
bootleggers
okay.
or something.
You know what? Forget I asked the happy.
You can just take a trip down there and go through the town, and you'll probably leave with a smile on your face.
There you go.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right, last one. Was it a pass interference on Notre Dame?
On which one?
On Notre Dame. Was it a pass interference?
On what play?
The one. You know the one.
It was me?
Yeah.
I mean, the refs called it, so that's.
Were you catching
Yeah. Shut up, Mike.
Refs called it.
The refs
Can't argue with them. Yeah.
I went to Notre Dame. Okay. Top 5 tight ends in the NFL right now.
That's tough. I'll put Kittle and Kelsey at 1A, 1B.
Fair.
It's hard to make a decision there. Let me go. I'll go Pat Freiermuth at 3, Brenton Strange at 4, and then we have Theo Johnson at the 5 spot.
Ooh, Theo Johnson. He's got to go with the Penn State.
Yeah, Brock Bowers is gritting his teeth.
I had to give my guys.
Brock Bowers is pissed.
I had to give my guys a shot. I play with all of them.
Yes,
so,
that's
so,
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You're a good teammate.
All right, we got a little sound bite. Apparently, there is a song that was written about you. I'm not sure if you're aware of this.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody on the field jump higher. Blow it up, you're real high flyer. Okay, Penn State on fire. Big play by triple threat Tyler.
Oh, man.
It's been a little bit of a tradition past few years at Penn State. Guys start getting songs, but yeah, that wasn't me.
It wasn't like the 7th Floor Crew where you guys
No,
were.
it wasn't like that. Olsen and the boys.
No, that wasn't me.
A little different energy from that one. All right, tell us about Planet Fitness and what you're doing here with them.
Yeah, so what they're really all about, right, is whether you're there for 20 years and you're coming in for your 1,000th lift, or it's your first day coming in the gym. There's a spot for everybody, and it's a welcoming environment, and they're not hard to find. They got thousands of locations all over the country, so whether it was one of us going in just to get an off-day lift or somebody that goes to Planet Fitness 5 days a week, there's stuff in there for everybody, and it's really just about the community at the end of the day.
Tyler, you're the man. Thanks so much for joining us. Hopefully we'll see you off the board Thursday, April 24th in the first rounds